Italy is filled with famous and iconic landmarks that see millions of visitors every day. There's a heritage of culture, creativity, and know-how that Italy showcases beyond its borders and innovates every day. Italy is filled with delicious food, art treasures, Renaissance and trendy fashion. If you're looking for places to add to your itinerary that are off the beaten path, these incredible places in Italy are worth checking out. Sicily. A good destination for a touring holiday. One of Sicily's leading holiday destinations is Taormina, a fashionable resort with beaches nearby, a fine Greek theater and a stylish film festival, in June. One of the classical world's most important legacies can be seen at Agrigento's Valley of the Temples. The hilltop town of Enna is inland, set at the heart of Sicily, and offers a different perspective on the island. Palermo, the regional capital, is one of Italy's largest cities, chaotic but with many sites of interest. Tuscany. Rich wines and historic towns, some of the world's greatest works of art, rolling hills covered with olive groves and vineyards, scatterings of villas and farmhouses. Tuscany's unmissable crown jewel, with its beautiful buildings, colorful history, priceless art and unique atmosphere. But Tuscany is one of the few Italian regions well known to foreigners as a tourist destination in itself. For decades, a Tuscan villa has been the dream holiday for many travelers. And amongst the vineyards and hills of Tuscany are other lovely historic towns, not as packed with attractions as Florence, but not as packed with tourists either. Naples. Naples colorful, vibrant, exciting and varied, Naples is one of the most fascinating cities in Italy and in Europe. Simultaneously ancient and modern, welcoming and intimidating, blessed and cursed by its location, the city is loved by some of its visitors and hated by others. There are so many things to do in Naples that the city deserves several days, exploring the grandeur of the historic center of Naples, the viewpoints from the hilltops, the local restaurants, and the impressive museums. Naples is known for being the birthplace of pizza, for being the base for trips to places like Capri and the Amalfi Coast, and as the base for the mafia, although what the mafia means has changed a lot over the years. The city is known for being a bit dirty, a bit hectic, and a bit edgy, but it's these elements, mixed with the natural and cultural beauty, that makes visiting Naples so enthralling. The Amalfi Coast. The Amalfi Coast, Italy, La Costiera Amalfitana, is a beautiful and renowned stretch of mountainous coastline south of Naples, in Campania. The southern end of the Bay of Naples stretches out in a steep and rocky peninsula that reaches towards the Isle of Capri. Sorrento, another major tourist destination, looks back towards Naples from the north coast of the peninsula. The southern side of the peninsula is dotted with picturesque villages and towns clinging giddily to cliffs. This is what is known as the Amalfi Coast. The Cinque Terre, Italy. Cinque Terre means five lands, and Italy's famous Cinque Terre are five perilously perched villages strung along a short stretch of cliffs in Liguria, at the top left of Italy's boot. In recent years, the area has become enormously popular with a particular type of tourist: American, British and German hikers with walking boots and backpacks. If you want to set foot on the main coastal path, you will need to buy a ticket. This entitles you to walk on the pass and use local transport, trains and buses, at no extra cost. Costs vary according to the day of the week, time of year, and whether you want a card, also valid on the railway from Levanto to La Spezia, so it's very useful if you are using one of these towns as a base. Crowding into the area, these cheerful visitors have ignited a thriving cottage industry of tourism, but apart from the numbers of tourists and the room's Zimmer camera signs everywhere, this has impacted little upon the natural beauty of the landscape and shabby authentic charm of the fishing villages. Pompeii. Pompeii is one of Italy's most famous attractions, an entire Roman town which was smothered under volcanic ash in 79 AD. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, Pompeii lies southeast of Naples. Visiting Pompeii is an amazing experience. It doesn't take much imagination to picture the Roman town living around you. The presence of Vesuvius appearing at the end of a street or over a ruined wall is a constant reminder of the disaster, which had the perverse effect of preserving much of the ancient city's fabric. The ruins are fascinating, mesmerizing, and poignant at the same time. Rome. Rome today is a popular tourist destination, due to its archaeological and artistical significance, as well as its unique traditions, its panoramic views, and its parks. Better than Pompeii is how some visitors describe it. At Rome's own preserved ancient town, Ostia Antica, you can lose yourself in the sprawling streets of the former port. Abandoned by the Romans, this trading center declined and finally became buried in silt. Much of the area is now excavated, and you can explore streets where some of the ancient character lingers. Mosaics still in place, columns reaching to the sky, careful frescoes decorating walls which still stand high. Milan. Milan is either Italy's second or first city, depending on who you ask. While Rome may be the administrative capital, Milan is the country's financial powerhouse, the home of Italy's stock exchange, at the heartland of the wealthy and productive north. Milan is not a tourist wonderland like Rome, but the city is attractive, extremely rich in art collections, and has a good selection of tourist sites to keep you busy. In a country packed with natural wonders, Milan may often be overlooked. Yet those who know Italy well would never dare skip a visit to the fashion, food, architecture and art capital of the country. Whether you're looking to eat, drink, sightsee or shop, here you can discover where to experience Milan like a local. Venice. Venice is a glorious cliché, more romantic, more beautiful and more surprising than you could expect. No matter how many photographs or films you may have seen, it is still a jaw-dropping experience seeing Venice's canals and palaces for the first time. That first cruise down the Grand Canal is one of life's unforgettable experiences. As befitting one of the world's major tourist destinations, Venice has a large number of hotels and apartments. Accommodation in Venice is generally fairly expensive, and the city is busy for most of the year, so it's highly advisable to book a hotel well in advance. Venice's quietest season is winter. You're unlikely to find Venice empty of tourists at any time, but late autumn and the first part of the winter are the best times to come if you want to avoid the crowds and take advantage of cheaper hotel rates. But be prepared for icy temperatures and mists. In January and February, the 2-week-long carnival is one of Venice's big attractions and the crowds flock in. It is even more important at this time to book a hotel well in advance.